Welcome explorers, I am Astro Destroyer and today we are going to see the C code for ROT13 cipher. So let's see the code. So I had opened my DevC++ IDE and now as you can see I had already written the code. So the reason behind that is the code for ROT13 cipher or the C code for ROT13 cipher is similar to what I had already discussed in the video on Caesar cipher, where I had done a C implementation of Caesar cipher. So if you want to learn about that code, and both of the two are basically connected. In Caesar cipher the shift of the letters is 3, whereas in this cipher or ROT13 cipher it is 13. So basically we will have to replace 3 by 13 in this code. So except that everything else is the same, and if you want to see that you can refer to my video on Caesar cipher in my playlist on cryptography in my channel. So basically in this video I am going to only explain the code for you, and then let's start. So finally, or in the beginning I have declared I declared one input character string, one encrypt text character string and one decrypt text character string. And then first of all I had taken the input from the user inside the plain text variable, and then I had called or invoked the encrypt function and copied the returned value by the encrypt function into the encrypt text, and then printed the encrypted text. And also I had done the similar thing for the decrypt function as well. And now let me explain the encrypt function. So inside the encrypt function it will basically take one input, that is the encrypt text, which is the formal parameter, and the actual parameter here is plain text, which is invoked in this line. As you can see in this code segment we are given the input as the actual parameter and called the encrypt function. So after that it will go here inside the encrypt function, and inside the encrypt function as you can see I had declared two integer variables and one character variable. So I had basically run a loop where the iterator or the loop variable, that is I, will run from 0 till the end of the it will run exactly as many number of times as the number of characters inside the encrypt text variable or character string. So for each of the iteration it will basically convert the characters into their ASCII equivalent and add 13 after converting to the integer or ASCII equivalent, and then it will check whether the value of the integer will be greater than 90 or not. So basically for capital Z the ASCII equivalent or ASCII index is 90. So if it will exceed we will have to follow the cyclic order and go all the way to the beginning, that is to the capital A and then capital B, capital C, and then so on. It all goes in a cyclic manner. So after Z we get A, and so in the manner you can actually imagine. And after that if the condition holds true, that is if n is greater than 90, then I will make n equal to n minus 90 plus 64. So this is basically the part of the implementation where I had altered the ASCII value into the ASCII value of the cyclic equivalented character, and after that I had converted the ASCII equivalent into the character again, and after that I had placed the converted character into the original place of the actual character. And for the else part, if n is less than or equal to 90, then we don't have to worry about anything, then we can simply do the same thing and just simply convert the ASCII equivalent into the character format and place it in the right place. And after that we are returning the encrypted text. And coming to the decrypt function, it will accept the decrypt text which is here the formal parameter, and in the actual parameter we have encrypt text, which will be invoked here, as you can see in this code segment. So first of all, entering the decrypt function, we have done the same, that is declare two integer variables and one character variable, and it will also run exactly the same number of times as the for loop which we had seen in the encrypt function. And for each of the characters we will convert it into the ASCII equivalent and minus 13 from the number or integer which we have got, because we have to reverse or decrypt each of the characters. And finally, if we have got any ASCII number less than 65, that is in the right side of capital A, in the left side of capital A, then we will do one manipulation and write n equal to 91 minus 65 minus n. So this is basically used for implementing the cyclic fashion or manner. So after A, if we go to the left side or further left, then we come across Z, and if we go further left, then we will come across Y and then X and so on. So this is basically the shifting part which we have written here, n equal to 91 minus 65 minus n. And then after all that, I had converted the manipulated integer into the character format and then placed it in the place of the original character. And the else part, where n is greater than equal to 65, in that part I had actually simply converted the ASCII equivalent into the character form and then placed it in the right place. So after all that, I had returned the decrypted text, which will be basically copied into the decrypt text of the int main function, and after that I am printing the decrypted text. Similarly, I had already done for the encrypted text. So after all this explanation, let me run it. Let me first of all save this code. So we had got 0 error, and let me run it. So enter plain text. So we had got the encrypted text as well as the decrypted text. So I think you all might have already seen my 2 videos on the Java implementation as well as the Python implementation of this cipher, that is ROT13. And if you haven't seen that, then you can check them out. And finally, if you like this video, then you can like, share as well as comment on my video, and also subscribe to my channel for further updates. Until then, keep exploring.